Alright, yo, what up guys? Today we're going to be doing a small showcase here for Seminar, which is one of the new units that came out here in Archeland alongside Gabriel. Now Seminar is an SSR unit and she is the attribute of lightning, which is green, and she's an assassin and uses daggers. But realistically for her design, she actually has samurai swords, and I'm a sucker for samurais. And yeah, her aesthetic looks really good and clean. Really cool looking character, very awesome animations too. Stay tuned for that. Before we move on, I'd appreciate if you guys subscribe to the channel. Help your boy get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so help your boy out. That is my goal before the year ends, and we're almost there, just a little bit more. Not to see the ranking on her stats, she has A on HP, she has S on physical attack, C on magical attack, A on physical defense, B on magical defense, S on concentration, which is high crit chance, and her physical attack is also very key to her because she's going to be doing a lot of physical attacks and she's going to be doing a lot of high damage. So she's going to be critting on top of her high damage. Let's just get right into her abilities, guys. Now for her passive, we have the Hidden Moon and Lightning, and what that does is you gain a lightning sprout for 1 turn after using a skill. After killing an enemy with an active attack or dodging, reset the cooldown of all skills, guys. So that means it's not reducing it by a turn or 2 turns. It's literally resetting all of your skills, right? And that includes your ultimate. This effect can trigger every 4 turns, and if you rank it up, it goes up to 3, the most. And what Lightning Sprout does is you put on a buff on yourself, which increases physical attack and crit chance by 8% and goes up if you rank it up. And because it's on a unique buff, it can be dispelled. Now if we look at her talent tree here, she has also a passive here that increases her critical rate by 10%. And if she actually ends up killing an enemy unit, she actually gets to move again, but doesn't mean that she will be able to attack again. Then we have a Flash of Lightning, which deals damage to enemies in range and inflicting current for 2 turns on them, which increases the chance of getting crit on the enemies, and the skill's damage decreases with distance. Per each tile that you go, it's going to be decreased by 12%. But it's still a really good ability because it puts that debuff, does a lot of damage too. Remember, her physical attack and high crit helps out with that a bunch. Then we have one of her key abilities here, which is a visionary shooting. So what this does is it inflicts Oath of Slaughter on the target for 2 turns, gain an extra action after using the skill, so you'll be able to go again once you use it. And then the person that you put Oath of Slaughter on, they're going to be taking 20% more damage from Semi. And the first attack against Semi, she will automatically dodge that attack. And on top of that, Oath of Slaughter cannot be dispelled at all. This is one of her key abilities and what makes Semi so strong. Not only does it provide her a boost of damage, it also provides her defensive capabilities with dodging. And remember guys, with her passive, she can go ahead and reset all her skill once she dodges, which this skill enables her to dodge. Now what you're going to be wanting to run that ability with is the Blade of Lightning. And what the Blade of Lightning does, it deals damage to enemy, which with a high multiplier of 1.5, and the critical chance of the skill increases by 20% when under the effect of Lightning Sprout. So you do get Lightning Sprout just by your passive itself. So basically what you do is you use the visionary shooting and put the oath on someone, you go again, and now you have the buff on you, which increases her crit automatically, and it's going to increase the damage, especially if you're going to be putting the Oath of Slaughter on someone. And it's amazing. And now that we got her main abilities out the way, guys, we're going to go ahead and use her here. And so this is her kit that you're going to want to run her in once you have her fully built. As far as acquiring all her talents. Also guys, I forgot to mention, this is the trial seminar that I'm using right now. I don't have access because I wasn't able to summon her, so this is the best I can do, guys. But either way, you still have access to all her main abilities that I was talking to you guys about, which is the visionary shooting, and then you go ahead and you apply this on either one of them. So we're going to go ahead and apply it on the grass unit, right? So now she's going to take 20% more damage, and we'll be able to get an automatic dodge, so that refreshes our ability. Now we're just going to wait here, and they're going to come in and attack us. She's going to attack us here. And then we're going to go ahead and do our attacks. And she has high crit, guys, and high physical attack. That's why she's putting out so much damage. But she's very squishy also. As you guys can see, she took a lot of damage. And we were able to dodge there and retaliate with an attack back, right? Now, as you guys can see, her ability got refreshed again. So what we're going to do now is we're going to reapply the dodge buff on her. And now we're going to be able to dodge that. And we're going to finish off this character. Now, a good thing about the Blade of Lightning will give us more damage, more crit rate for the person that has the debuff on. And one thing to note is that they can't cleanse this buff off of themselves. So you're going to have to go ahead and take that damage. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and it increases our crit rate up by a whopping 25% also. But we're not gonna go ahead and do that because when they attack us, they'll go ahead and miss, and we'll be fine. So we'll just take out this unit instead and use that ability either way, so you guys can see the cool animations. They do have preemptive attacks too, guys, so be careful with that. And boom, look at that damage, 12,000 damage, huge damage. And now she's able to move if she wants to. All right, but I'm just gonna move here. All right, so after you get the killing, you get to move again, and there's the dodge. And now we're gonna go, and they still have that buff, so they're still gonna take increased damage even though I attacked back. That is great. This unit is amazing, guys, and man, I definitely want to try to go ahead and pull for him. Also, one thing I wanted to note for you guys is that this buff, the visionary shooting, right, she actually, when she activates it, you can actually activate it on anyone on this yellow grid. So this grid, this ability has a huge range, right? Look, as you guys can see, I'm here, and if I apply it all the way back here, I can do that. We can't be too far off though, right? But it still covers a wide distance, guys. It still covers a wide distance, and she'll just go ahead and move, and then she will apply that debuff on them, which is huge, a huge part of her kit, guys. Also remember, guys, whenever you apply that debuff on them, and every time you miss, they will reset the cooldowns of all your abilities. So we use that debuff so you guys can see again, and we're just counter-attacking, right? We're gonna get an automatic dodge, and we're gonna get some damage because they have that debuff, more damage for us to do. And now you will see that the ability came off cooldown. Another key thing about this ability is how you can go ahead and activate it, and you're able to move again. So you can do that. It's a certain limited amount of space. I think it's 3 tiles out more. But either way, it's still another movement option, so you can reposition or push in a little bit more so you can initiate the attack better. So this unit is actually really good, guys. And yeah, you can't go wrong with pulling her. So yeah, guys, like I said, you can't go wrong with Seminar. She is a very high mobile dodging assassin that it actually is a great addition to the lightning team. There's not that many strong lightning units that I personally have, so if you're in need of a high mobility, high damage dealing, physical damage dealing lightning unit, she is the way to go, because man, her kit is really good. It does take a little bit of technicality to it and some strategizing too, but once you get used to her and play her, she will definitely flow really well, and she's gonna do great in PvP, guys. I forgot to say that too. I foresee this unit doing really good, especially with all those Charlottes out there, and she's lightning, so it seems like this could probably be a hard counter to Charlotte. Maybe not a hard counter, but definitely still a counter either way. But that's it about here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's your boy Jada. I'm out. Peace.